I wanna be your lawyer. I really understand you, baby.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy New Era Mar, and today I wanted to try something different. I wanted to do an advice video. Today I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. I've been seeing a lot of story times in particular where a lot of girls were saying how they went on their first date and it was just horrible. The dudes made it horrible. Whether the dude took her to a fancy restaurant and when the check came he ain't have enough, or the dude wanted to be different and cook at the crib but he ended up making ramen noodles and some hot dogs. Like, come on. So it made me think, like, okay, how do you date on a budget and still impress the girl and have a good time, So that's why I'm doing this video. I know how I feel to be broke firsthand and still go on dates, and all my dates turned out pretty cool. So this is what you do. Alright, I had to lose that hat. It got a little hot in here. But anyway, see, now the problem a lot of dudes have is they try to live above their price range, okay? They always try to show off and do something outrageous that they know they can't really afford. That's what you don't do. Don't ever live above your means, okay? If you a $20 nigga, just be a $20 nigga. You can't try to be $100 nigga with a $20 budget. Like, that's not gonna work. You feel me? A lot of dudes do the most. They call their dad up to ask to borrow $20, ask their mom to borrow $20, call grandma, can you borrow 60? You know what I'm saying? Then you gotta borrow your car, your grandpa's car, ask your homie to borrow his Louis belt, and then you take this girl on this beautiful date, y'all have a good night, and then you come home, and then she expects you to do that all over again. You know what I'm saying? Now next week, she gonna want you to take her and do something even bigger than the day before, or the week before, the date before, and you can't. You know why? You had to give Pop his card back. You had to give your grandma her 60 back. You had to give your dad his 20 back, your mom her 20 back. The homie he even had to take his Louis belt back. You feel me? Now, you not a $100 nigga no more. You a negative $20 nigga. And I gotta take the extra 20 out because you gotta fill the tank up that you just used that wasn't your tank. You feel me? So you in debt. You in debt trying to impress this girl. And now she looking at you like you corny because the next date now, y'all eating sandwiches from Burger King. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. You know what I mean? Now you look lame. She called all the homies like,
girl, he's broke. I thought I had a baller. He ain't had a Benz no more. He ain't had enough money to do nothing. He ain't even have the Louis belt.
You know what I'm saying? And you look crazy. You look really crazy now. So don't do that. You know what I mean? Don't ever try to be something you not, because you're just gonna look lame in the end, okay? Now, I say that to say this. This is my motto. You pay, you pick the place. And I gotta read off my little paper here. I got a little cheat sheet because I ain't want to forget nothing. So if you see me looking down, okay? But anyway, you pay, you pick the place. That's the ultimate motto. I don't know why people think that paying for the first date is a bad. Well, men think that paying for the first date is like, oh my goodness, like, why I always gotta pay. Some people really think that. A lot of dudes be like, man, she need to help pay. No. It's common courtesy. You gotta pay. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't have a problem with it. And to me, I think it's a good thing because actually that supports my motto. You pay, you pick the place. If you got $20, she can't be putting no input in, talking about this is what we gonna do this weekend. I wanna go here, I wanna go here. No. I'm paying. I'm picking where we going. You don't even gotta take her thoughts into consideration, for real. For if you ask me, when you offer to take her out on a date, you pick where y'all going. Straight up, you got $20? You wanna do more than one thing, or you wanna just do one thing? It's up to you. Do whatever you can do in your $20 range. Now, my suggestion is, what I like to do is, if I have, let's say $20, I got enough money to do one thing, okay? One thing, that's it. When I offer to take you on a date, I'm gonna say, hey, you wanna go to the movies this weekend? Once we get done with that movie, she look at you expecting to do something else, you don't gotta do it. You don't gotta do that. You said a movie. I ain't say nothing about no dinner. I ain't say nothing about going skating, bowling. The only thing we can do out of that, we can go back to the crib. We could chill, but that's it. I didn't offer none of the other stuff. So if she want to do something else, tell her have some money ready. Drop her back off at the crib after that, or y'all go your separate ways or whatever. You pick the place. You pick how many things you gonna do. Only offer to do what you can do. If you ain't got no money, you pick. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go for ice cream. It's hot. And you got $5, you ain't even a $20 nigga, you a $5 nigga. Let's go out to get some ice cream. And when you get to the ice cream place, you probably ain't got enough to get both of y'all ice cream. Well, maybe you can get if y'all both get a cone, but girls don't want no cone. They want something extra. So take that $5. You could probably get her something. At that moment, that's when you decide you got to take the sacrifice. You don't really want nothing. You don't want no ice cream that day. You just let her get her ice cream, and then y'all gonna eat the ice cream, walk around a little bit, go for a little walk. That's it. You didn't offer nothing else. You said let's go out for ice cream. The walk was a bonus, to be honest. What you want to do something else for? Nah. Now another thing I always suggest is start off light and then build up. You know, the first date, you don't gotta go all crazy, and you know, I mean, it is good to impress the girl. Definitely do that. Definitely impress her, but sometimes you gotta think outside the box, okay? Broke niggas are better than rich people in a certain type of way. You know, I think broke dudes, when you broke, you're the better fit for a relationship. When you got money, that's when you start slipping. That's when, you know, things that have sentimental value don't mean nothing to you. You could just do anything. You give her $100, tell her go do something. Here go 500, go shopping. Here go Chanel bag. Get out my face. They don't really cater to the woman's needs for real. But when you broke, you gotta do everything better. 3 times better than the dude with money. The dude with money will keep her around because he got money, and you know, he'll dog her out and do whatever he want. But when you broke, you can't do that. Nah, see, that's why I say broke dudes have sex better than rich dudes. Because broke dudes know all I got to offer is this sex. And they gonna hit it like that's their only job. Which it probably is his only job. That's why he broke. You gotta start off light and then build up. You feel me? You gotta start off light. You gotta impress her with something that's light for your pockets. But then it's beautiful for her. So you gotta, first date, go for a walk. That's when you hit her with the ice cream. That's when you hit her with the, let me cook dinner for you at the crib. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit her with the cheap one. Next date, then you build up to the spending money part. Next date, we gonna go do something else. You know what? Next date, let's go to a movie this time. Then the third date, you got more time to save money up. You know, let's go to a dinner and a movie. Then the fourth time, you know, by that point, you should be up in there, and she should understand you and like you for you by that point. You feel me? Your personality should shine already and be enough. Your first date should be something that focuses on your personality. That was off the top of the head. Let her get to know you, because if she don't like you after that first date and she don't like your personality, she's not the one for you. You don't need to worry about no second date. Next thing that you never want to do is show how broke you is. Don't ever let the word broke come out your mouth throughout the whole date. When you on the date, don't say nothing about being broke. You know what I'm saying? You can't let her see you breaking a sweat. Play it cool. You just gotta be yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta charm her. You gotta let your personality shine. When the money and your pockets ain't holding that end of the bargain up, your personality supposed to cover for the rest of that. So don't be out here getting all nervous and you sweating like, oh my goodness, how much did that cost? Put that back. Excuse me? I'll just take a water. Yeah, don't, just chill out. However, that leads to the next thing. You should be prepared. When you going on a date, you gotta be prepared. A lot of dudes think, okay, I'm gonna go to a movie. I got $20. The tickets is $10 to get in. Cool, I could do that. That's perfect. You didn't think. What if she want popcorn? What if she get thirsty? She like pretzel sticks. She like cheese fries and all that. You gotta have money for that stuff too. So you gotta take her to the $2 movie. You know what I'm saying? Where everything is cheaper. The popcorn be like $2.50. With that $20, you can stretch it a long way. You gotta have taxes added up in your head. Don't just have the typical 20 to get in. There's other stuff that come up. You gotta be ready for anything that might come up. Plus, you gotta have a plan B. You know, you gotta always have a plan B. If you get to this movie theater and it costs a little bit more than you expected, like, oh, they threw tax on the tickets. I got $20 exactly, and the tickets is $22.50. You can finesse this. You gotta tell her straight up. You gotta hit her. You gotta come with a new plan. You like, you know what? This movie, man, this is gonna be kind of whack. I'm gonna be real. I don't even want to see this movie. Let's do something else. Let's go somewhere else where we could be private, you know, do something else a little bit funner, because I want to be able to talk to you. You know what I mean? I want to be able to have a conversation with you. This movie, we ain't gonna be able to talk. It's all dark. I can't see your beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sell her the dream. Now it's time to get back in the car and we're gonna do something else. Let's go over this again, okay? Let's recap. Don't live above your means. If you a $20 nigga, you be a $20 nigga. Don't try to be nothing above that, okay? Second, you pay, you pick the place. Only go places you can afford. She don't have no input. You choose where you're going. And when you offer to take her out, you pick the place. The place you say you want to go, you got enough money to do that, and that only, unless she gonna help pay. Third, start light, then build up. First date, you don't gotta do nothing crazy. Start off light. Then next you go do something else. And then next you do a little bit more. Then, you know, by that time, you should have her locked down, you know. Fourth, be prepared for anything that could go wrong. Taxes that they add extra on the things you pay for, you know, things you think is gonna be one price. When they add the tax on it, come up a little bit more. You gotta be ready for that, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a plan B. In case you see something cost too much, you gotta get the hell up out of there and do something else. Abort. Plan B. And last but not least, don't show how broke you is. Don't be panicking at the table, at the dinner table. Don't be acting all petty and extra, because girls don't want to see you look like a struggle. You know what I'm saying? You can't be a struggle, because all she sees is your future. And if she see you struggling and you broke and you hurting and you all nervous, she ain't gonna go out with you no more, dog. She already know he ain't my type. He broke. That's my advice for anybody who's dating on a budget. And if she could put up with you through all of these things, all of these little cheap things y'all do in the beginning, and she just accepts it and she still likes you for you, she's a keeper. And if she comments and says, why are we doing stuff like this? This is boring and you don't got no money, then tell her, kiss my
back in licks, back on that dirty, cuz back on the block, he back serving burdens.